everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Pluto of Pluto's Muse. This is going to be another pick a card reading for how men are currently viewing you, or just how men view you in general. So this is going to be a timeless message. Whenever you see this is when it's going to be most accurate. Why do I feel confused? Please forgive me. It's Mercury retrograde. Mercury really got me, y'all. Like, I'm really struggling this Mercury retrograde. Hopefully I'll take my time. I'm going to try to pay attention to what I'm saying so it makes sense. But this is going to be a general message. So whatever comes out, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But take it how it resonates. This is for entertainment purposes only. All right. So regardless of what comes out, some of this may be positive, some of this may be negative, or how you view it is going to matter. So make sure you try to look at all of this with a positive perspective. There is no specific gender that this reading is dictated for. So, or even sexuality preference. So, of course, this is going to cover both platonic and romantic connections you have with men, and how they view you in them. So if you enjoy this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box for channel songs for each pile as well. And yeah, let's get started. So for the first pile, you have the oyster. Pile 1 is going to be the oyster. All right, pile 1 is the oyster. Pile 2 is the wolf. All right, pile 2 is the wolf. Pile 3 is the unicorn. All right, pile 3 is going to be the unicorn. And pile 4 is the mouse. Pile 4 is the mouse. All right, so this is how men view you. Take a second, meditate, choose which pile resonates with you most, and then we'll get started. Timestamps are down below if you want to go skip straight to the timestamp, all right? See you there. Hi, pile 1. You chose the oyster as your pile, all right, for how men view you, or how they currently view you at this time. First off, a lot of you guys are very classy, very expensive, very luxurious types of people. You may actually like eating oysters. I love an oyster. So some of you guys in this pile really love oysters, or just seafood in general. You may be the type of person that loves to get seafood. You could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. Also, the oyster actually represents like androgyny or duality. So a lot of you guys, regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine, a lot of you that chose this pile have the perfect blend between masculine and feminine energy. So men view you as being both masculine and feminine, but like the perfect amount. Right. So, nurturing enough to care for them or be there for them in times when they need emotional support, but also strong enough for them to lean on you or expect some level of logical advice or insight when it is needed. So I'm really picking up from that type of energy. And again, yeah, something about luxury. So maybe you guys really like pearls, or you guys really like designer things. You don't have to be this way. Some of you just carry that type of energy. But some of you definitely could be the type that spends money, or you come off this way. Like, you want people to spend money on you. All right. You have multiple 3s in this reading. Some of you guys could be 30, 33. You don't have to be. Some of you guys are born on the 3rd. Some of you are also born in March. You could be a Pisces or an Aries. I'm also seeing Taurus energy out here, Virgo energy as well, Gemini as well. You also have, Virgo and Libra. And yes, those are the energies. Yep. You have 2 9s out here as well. You could be born in 99. So how do men view you? First off, I feel like a lot of men, how they currently view you right now, something about you, I'm getting like Alice in Wonderland vibes. All right, so regardless of whether you are into Alice in Wonderland, some of you guys may really resonate with Alice in Wonderland. To me, when I think about Alice in Wonderland, not only do I think about, somebody that's very imaginative and creative and a little bit, I want to say delusional. Okay, some men may view you as a bit delusional. Some of you guys have that type of energy where it's like when they're around you, they feel like they are in another world. Now, this could be literally or physically. Not even literally or physically. I mean, literally or metaphorically. Like some of you guys, there's like something about you that is very captivating is what I'm hearing. You may be very imaginative when you tell stories. You're very creative. You're very expansive. Like you really know how to get people to like imagine what it is that you've been through or what you see. So even when you tell an idea or a plan, people are like, wow, like especially with the luxury energy, like maybe some of you guys talk about your goals or what it is you want to accomplish or what you want to create. And the men around you are like, whoa, like I see it. Like they definitely view you as being a big dreamer. Also, with Alice in Wonderland energy, it is giving me like a bit of a disassociative type of vibe. So some of you guys are maladaptive daydreamers. You spend a lot of your time daydreaming, or there's something about your energy that could be a little bit like under the influence. Like maybe men view you as like, being the type of person that would try psychedelics, or you're the type of person that would also be into, getting high. Like you might be somebody that does get high, or even if you don't do this, these men view you as being in your own world, in your own bubble. With this card here saying back to what you love, reevaluate your desires, I also feel like men currently view you as going back to what you love, or looking back on like, again, like being very tapped into your inner child. Some of you guys really explore the things that you loved as a child, or this is something that you're doing right now. You're exploring old talents, old hobbies that you used to have. And a lot of men are intrigued by this or view this as being very interesting. Some of you guys could even be going back to like, again, a job or a career field that you love. And this is how they're viewing you currently. I also feel like a lot of men, you could be a bit petite, all right, regardless of whether you're a masculine or a feminine. You don't have to be. Some of you guys are very petite, or there could be a petite man that is viewing you this way. But some of you guys give off like wood nymph or like fairy vibes, regardless of your sign. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But there's something about your energy that's a bit like, you stay in nature, or you're very natural. Like some of you guys like to be outside. Some of you guys use all natural products, or you just give off that vibe, a bit of a hippie vibe, a bit of a little, somebody that's really down to earth, really grounded. I'm also getting, again, something about your energy is a bit introverted as well. So you don't have to be fully introverted, but some of you guys are. Some of you guys are a bit more on the closed off side, or this is how men are viewing you at this time. They feel like you have really good boundaries in this pile. You're really good at speaking on what you do like or what you don't like, or there's something about your energy that's just naturally a bit more standoffish. So regardless of whether you speak on your boundaries or not, a lot of men view you as being very protective of your energy. You could be very secretive as well. Something about your energy is a bit more closed off. Now, even though your energy is closed off, this does not mean that these men don't view you as being emotionally available or open, because there's a lot of men that feel like you're the type of person that is open to accepting love, or you give a lot of love. Like you come off like this woman on the card. You may be the type of person that really pours into the people around you. And you make them want to accept love. Like the way that you give love, or the way that you come off, makes a lot of people want to be open with you, or embracing what it is that you give. Some of you guys cook really well. A lot of men view you as cooking really well. Maybe you're the type of person that does cook, and you're like, hey, I made food. Like, do you want some? Or, or you're the type of person that's like, I'm going out to eat. Did you need anything? Like, I feel like a lot of people view you as being very considerate, very kind, very open. Some of you guys, again, are very open to receiving love as well. A lot of men view you as being, even if you are introverted, you're the type of person that really appreciates a compliment. If somebody compliments you or tells you that they want to help you out, you definitely are receptive to that. I don't feel like men think that you're closed off. Again, there's something like introverted about you or protective of your energy, but I don't really get the vibe here that men don't view you as being open to love if they were willing to give it to you. Or men want to give you love. Men want to give and receive love to you. Because they kind of feel like you have a lot of love to give. I'm also getting here 2 affirmations for positive change. Some of you guys travel a lot, or a lot of men view you as being very like expansive. Like you really do have your eye on the future, have your eye on what's to come, maybe very imaginative as well. Again, very imaginative. You could be an artist, or you read a lot of books, or you could be a writer of some sort. Like something about your energy is very creative. All right. You could be a musician, anything like that. I definitely get the vibe here that a lot of people, men in particular, feel like you're the type of person that is staying optimistic about the future, really open to new opportunities, new expansive things. Look how the dress is hanging up on the side as well. I think a lot of men also view you as being the type of person that like doesn't mind getting dirty, getting your hands dirty, or getting down with whatever's going on. If you are a feminine, you could be a tomboy. But even if you're a masculine, like there's something about your vibe where it's like, you know how to get dressed up when you need to, but you also know how to, get serious when it's needed. Or like I'm trying to think of the right term, like how to put your elbow in it or something like that. Like there's something about the vibe here where it's like men really view you as being the type that's like, oh yeah, like I'll go fishing, or like I'll go on this trip where we're going to be out in nature, but you also are the type of person that's like, yeah, we should get dressed up and go to this event. Like you are very dual. All right. There's definitely a duality to you, especially with this Gemini energy. Some men could view you as a bit moody. All right. I do feel like they view you as very intellectual, maybe even very communicative as well. You're somebody that really does tell a story. All right. Some men could even view you as a bit of a liar. All right. You could be somebody that like over exaggerates. Like they may feel like you're over exaggerating sometimes. That's why I said that whole thing about painting the picture. Like some of y'all paint the picture so well, they're like, that's not real, but it could be real. But how men view you is that you are somebody that has like a very wild imagination. So even when you are talking about what's going on, these men may be like, I don't know, like this is somebody that likes to talk a lot. Some of you guys really do like to talk a lot. Like maybe you're not initially very talkative, but the men that really know you know that you are a good conversationalist. You're very curious as well. A lot of men view you as being very curious and really open to new opportunities, new information. You're very studious. I feel like a lot of men, though, again, deep down, a lot of men feel like you are very loving. Like some men have had wonderful experiences with you as friends, family members, co-workers, whatever it is. A lot of these men feel like you are somebody that shows a lot of love, or you come off this way when they interact with you. They feel like you love everybody. You're a perfect example of love when it comes to people being loving or just good, upstanding citizens. Like I feel like these are the type of men that view you as being like a good person. Like if a man had to describe you, they would be like, pile one is a good person. Even if you are very luxurious or things like that, I feel like these men aren't offended by that. They may even feel like you can afford these things in your own time, or this is something that you do deserve. There is something about your energy though that does feel a bit forbidden. All right. If there are men that have dealt with you in the past, I'm not going to lie, there could be men from your past that are like, I'm not going back to that. Like they may not want to come back to you. All right. If they were like dating you, or even if they were friends with you. Part of it is because I feel like your boundaries are so strong. Another part of it is because they may feel like they've learned a lesson from you. All right. Even though you are very loving and very kind and very expansive and imaginative, I do feel like some men could take the connections that they have with you and feel like it was a lesson. Like it wasn't something that was meant to be long term. It was something that was temporary. Even if it is a friendship, some of these men feel like, yeah, I had great experiences with Power One, but I don't know if I'd revisit this friendship for whatever reason. You never know why people don't want to revisit things with you. It could be because some of these men view you as a bit emotionally immature. All right. Some men could feel like you're emotionally immature. Again, with this whole imaginative energy, there's a lot of men that feel like your head is in the clouds. You're very creative. You're very open-hearted. You love in a very authentic, in a very genuine way. Like a lot of men feel like you are open to love, or open to talking about your feelings. Like this is the vibe of somebody that like writes poetry, or you're a hopeless romantic. Like you're the type of person that really falls for things, very flirty, whether you're a masculine or a feminine. Like if you're a masculine that isn't interested in men, a lot of men are like, damn, like that man knows how to or woman, whoever this is, that pile one knows how to flirt. Like, you really know how to charm people. People view you as really charming. But then also, I feel like if you're a feminine, again, very charming. Like, these men may be like, like, you know, this person's really a sweet talker. This person really knows how to make me feel comfortable. Like, there's something about them being a little suspicious about this energy regarding you. But I do feel like they're still intrigued by this. And again, if you're very creative, whatever field of work you're in, regardless of what it is, you don't have to be in an artistic field to be creative. But however you express yourself creatively, maybe even how you dress, maybe even the movies you watch, things like that, these men are very inspired by you. Like, men really view you as being very in tune with your emotions. I also feel like too, they really view you as being like, again, okay with being on your own, or very interested in being outdoors. All right. A lot of people view you as loving earth, loving nature. You may be the type of person that loves to garden or go outside, or, you know, take a nice hike, take a nice walk. A lot of men view you as being the type of person that really appreciates being in nature, or, you know, they want to take you out. Like, they're like, let's go hiking. Like, you're the type of person that they would call to go hiking or go outside. They feel like you would be the type of person that would really appreciate that. Maybe you are very athletic as well. A lot of masculines view you as being very athletic or very interested in being outdoors. I also feel like a lot of masculines also feel like you're the type of person that stands on your, like, your morals and your values. Like, when it's something that you really believe in, especially with this be brave and honest, like I said, there's like a mixed crowd between these men. I feel like the men that initially meet you feel like you're like over exaggerating, or like you may have some sort of like you lie a bit. Like, they can tell that there's something about you that may be a little like you lie a bit, or, you know, you over exaggerate or whatever it is. But I kind of feel like the men that get to know you down the line, they really feel like you're the type of person that is, again, upstanding. Like, you are trustworthy. Some of you, the men around you, really like your beard as well. Some of you guys look like this man on this card. If you are of a certain faith, these men feel like you really stand up for what you believe in, regardless of what that is. These are the type of people that view you as being very in tune with your higher self. Maybe you meditate. Again, you may be the type of person that cares a lot about your health. You take all the vitamins you need, minerals, things like that. Sea moss. I'm getting that kind of vibe. Like, you're the type of person that really cares about these things. But again, you see that rose in the back? Like, you're the type of masculine or feminine that would be willing to, you know, like, you can appreciate a flower. You know, I love this. You're the type of person that would appreciate a flower, or you're the type of person that, like, even if they wanted to buy you flowers, they're like, I need to buy Power One flowers. Or you're the type of person that, again, has appreciated a flower. Like, maybe they've seen you out with flowers or around flowers, and they can tell that you're the type of person that's both soft and strong. Like, they really like that energy. I really like that energy. That's really nice. You also have, too, with decide, it says, may you navigate with purpose. A lot of men feel like you have a purpose, you have a goal, you have something that you definitely want to aim for. So again, between that positive affirmations card and just the energy around that oyster altogether, I feel like there's something about you where men definitely feel like you have your eye on the prize when it comes to what you want to accomplish, your goals, maybe even your eye on the prize when it comes to partners. Like, when you're looking for a partner, they're like, this person's pretty specific on what they want. Maybe that's why they feel like things are forbidden. You could be the type of person that really, like, romanticizes your partner. So there could be a lot of men that feel like they can't really meet your standards, or can't really match your energy because you have so many standards, or because you have so many, like, ideals that you want to be met, but they still really appreciate and respect the fact that you can make a decision. You're the type of person that definitely will tell somebody, like, no, I don't want Chinese, or yeah, let's do tacos. Like, you know what you want. You definitely know what you want, and they can appreciate that. Also, I feel like a lot of men view you as the type of person that gives a lot, or they want to give to you again. But there's something here when it comes to your prosperity. All right. Even though they view you as being very luxurious and things like that, this is like a mixed card for me. Either some men, again, with this whole lying energy, some men feel like you're lying about the amount of money you make. Maybe they don't feel like you're as prosperous as you say you are, or as you want to be at this time. That doesn't mean that they don't feel like you are the type of person that can get the money at some point in time. I feel like if you aren't getting that money, it's because they feel like you're the type of person that gives too much away. All right. You may be somebody that does give a lot to other people. You give to your friends, you give to your family, you give to them even. You may be a gift giver, so they feel like you're giving so much that you don't have a lot to receive in return, especially with all these cards around you giving. Like, I definitely feel like you do give. Like, a lot of men view you as giving a lot, so you may want to protect your energy a bit more. I mean, I feel like you are pretty good on protecting it, but you may want to be mindful of that. A lot of men do think that you give a lot, so regardless of whether they're friends or family, you may want to be mindful of how much you give, because some of these men feel like you are over giving, or they just feel like you're very generous, and they may want to take from you because of this. But I'm also getting too, with prosperity lies ahead, I feel like because you guys are so luxurious, and then you have this a time to give rather than to take, a lot of men actually may feel like you're going to eat up their money. Like, you're going to be too expensive for them. You're going to be the type of person that expects a lot out of them. So in their mind, it's like prosperity does not lie ahead with you because you are a money grabber. Like, you might be a cash cow. They feel like even though you may make money, you're the type of person that spends their money. You could even be, again, if you're a masculine, you may be the masculine in a friend group, or even a feminine. You may be the type of person that's looking for other people to pay for you. So like, while you're out, you're like, oh, I don't have my money, or, are you going to pay for this, or whatever it is. Even if you have your money, a lot of people feel like you're the type of person that is a bit expensive. And maybe it's because you spend a lot on you. Like, again, maybe you're the type of person that goes to get oysters on your own, or you do this with your friends, or you just have expensive taste. You wear expensive things. And these masculines definitely feel like this is something that they need to watch out for. They may feel like when it comes to money, like, your money's going to be good, but their money might not. All right, so that is what we got for pile 1. Of course, if you like this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box for booking information if you'd like to book a personal reading with me. Join my Patreon if you're interested. And check for the channel songs as well. There will be channel songs for this pile that may put your vibe into a little bit more of a focused picture. All right, so that's all that I have. Pile 1, thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. Hi, pile 2. You chose the wolf for your pile, for how men currently view you. All right, so when it comes to your energy off the bat, I'm getting hairy. I'm getting some of you guys are hairy. All right, so whether it's your eyebrows, whether it's your facial hair, whether it's your actual hair, whether it's your arms, your legs, things like that, any other area, I do feel like men view you as being very hairy, and that may not be a negative thing. We're not body shaming or body hair shaming at all. I feel like a lot of men just view you as being hairy, so that's just a matter of fact thing. Maybe you have very long hair, or really good eyebrows, or a really good beard. They may really appreciate this. A lot of men may even be like, damn, I wish I had a beard like that. I definitely get the vibe here where it's like a lot of men view you as being very full with the hair, or again, the body hair. Now, I'm also getting too, with this wolf, it's definitely giving me lone wolf. All right, so when it comes to this energy, you could be somebody that rides in a pack. All right, maybe this is coming from a pack of masculines that are around you, but if you're not somebody like that, again, there's something about you that's very lone wolf. Even if you are around a group of people, you kind of stand alone, you stand out. A lot of men may view you as being very mysterious. All right, you are a leader, a pioneer, somebody that does your own thing, and they really appreciate that. I feel like a lot of men view you as being very mysterious. They may not feel like they know a lot about you, and that definitely is coming up in this pile. All right, I'm also getting you could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You don't have to be. When it comes to how men currently view you, all right, some of you guys could be 45. You don't have to be. You could be a Virgo or a Libra. I'm also seeing 42. You could be 42, or you are born in June. You could be a Cancer or Gemini. I'm also seeing 10 here. You could be a Capricorn is coming out as well. But with the 10, I'm getting Libra and Scorpio. I'm also seeing too, you got cardinal moon on one of these cards. Some of you guys do have a cardinal moon. You could have an Aries, Capricorn, Libra, or Cancer moon. You don't have to. Or there's something about your energy that comes off like that. So Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries. You also have 41 out here, and that is May. So you could be a Taurus or a Gemini. So how do men view you? All right. If you are in a relationship right now, I feel like a lot of masculines view you, or even if you aren't currently in one, maybe these are past masculines. There's a lot of men that feel like you are very supportive, or they want to support you. All right. But I really get that they are viewing you as very supportive. It says be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. A lot of you guys are very genuine when it comes to your compliments, how you show up for people, how you show up in the world, whether you're in a workplace, a family dynamic, a friend group. A lot of masculines feel like you are very, again, I keep hearing like genuine, like you're somebody that when you do really care about somebody's project or what they're putting their energy into, you're the type of person that will support it all the way. All right. Somebody's graduating from college. You're at that college graduation. Somebody's, going to take their driver's test. You're driving them there. Like you're that type of person that would really be there for them, and they really appreciate that. I'm also getting to, again, if you are in a relationship, whether you're a masculine or a feminine, a lot of the people that you date really feel like you support their dreams, their goals, their aspirations. You're the type of person that, again, would really try to egg them on when it comes to them going after something. This could even be, too, like when they're flirting with people. I am picking up on the vibe of like a wingman in this pile, all right? So you're the type of person that's like, you may not be the person that's actually going after somebody, because I do feel like some of the men that are around you view you as being a little bit insecure or shy, like something about your vibe is a little bit less out there. Not to say that that's a negative thing, but this is how the men are viewing you. I feel like some men may feel like there's certain insecurities that you have, whether it's around how you look or your body or anything like that. I do feel like there's a lot of men that may feel like you could struggle sometimes when it comes to being a bit more confident, or maybe even approaching them. Some men may be like waiting for you to make a move, They're like, are you going to hit on me, or are you going to hit on them? Like you could be out with another man and they're like, are you going to say anything to them? You're the type of person that would not make the move, or you're waiting for the person to come to you. You're like, I don't know, I don't know if they like me, or I don't know if they feel the same way. I definitely get that that's why they feel like you're insecure. There's something about your energy that may feel like you can't do certain things or approach certain people, regardless of how supportive you are of other people. You are still the type of person that like is a bit weary of doing your own thing or showing other people who you are, especially when it comes to showing other people who you are. A lot of people feel like you don't reveal yourself. It says reveal. May your openness lead you to connection. Some of you guys, again, are lone wolves. You're not really connecting with other people. A lot of men feel like you don't show yourself. You don't show your hand. You may not even show them exactly who you are at times. They may feel like they don't really fully know you. And this could just be the men that are on the surface. Again, this is like a group of men. So this is either these are either the men that know you very well, or the men that, just meet you, just view you, like how they see you when they first see you. Some men may feel like you're very closed off, or you don't show your whole hand, or you don't show who you are initially. Some of them may feel this way too, because some of you are in the LGBTQ, or some of you are actually interested in women. All right. If you are a masculine who is interested in women, I don't think that that's a negative thing, or not even a negative thing. I'm sorry, but I don't think that applies to you. But I'm getting for like the women here. Like if you are a feminine, some men may feel like you're hiding the fact that you are interested in other women, or some men, if you are open about this, some men don't know this initially and they're like, whoa, I didn't know that. Or there's something here about you giving love. Like you are still very loving, still very open, still very kind. A lot of men feel like you are somebody that has no issue with showing love when it's needed. But there is something here where it's like, you're a little bit more reserved, or you're a little bit more shy. Like, look at that moon in the back. I feel like if you are in the LGBTQ, I feel like the men around you are like, aw, like when they find out that you're in a same-sex relationship or something like that, they're like, aw. Or there's something here, even if you are a masculine, like there's other masculines that are like, oh, wow, like I didn't know that. Or I didn't know you were interested in men, or something like this. Like there's something about your energy here where men really appreciate that. Even if you aren't actually into the same sex, I am picking up on something here where it's like when you do show love, like maybe when you do connect with people that you actually like, or when you actually do make the move, or you show your interest in somebody, the men around around you are like, oh, like you go, like whoever it is, they're like, go you, like I'm proud of you for making that move, because I do feel like the men around you feel like you're somebody that is worth giving to. All right, you may be very hardworking. I'm also getting something here about your bone structure. Your face is like flawless. Like whoever is in this pile, you have a beautiful face. Your cheekbones are very high. Your teeth are very nice. Even if you don't feel like your teeth are nice, I feel like the men around you are like, man, that person has some really great teeth, really great smiles. Some of you guys have braces, or some of you guys have just really naturally nice teeth, very white teeth. But there's definitely something about your smile or something about your energy here where it's like the men around you view you as model-esque. Again, I feel like they think you're sleeping on yourself. Like you guys may feel a little bit insecure. You may be a little bit more reserved, or even if you don't, fully come off as insecure, like maybe you're like, I'm not insecure, I'm just reserved. The men around you are like, this person needs to have more confidence. They would like you to be more open. They would like you to be more optimistic, or extroverted even. But I feel like they do understand the fact that you're just like to yourself. I feel like some of you guys are really hard workers as well. Some of you guys rather work than be around other people, and they're like, that's fine. Like they get it. I definitely feel like the men around you admire that. They definitely view you as being very rooted. Again, there's something about your energy here where it's like kind of like pile one. You may have been drawn to pile one. There's something about your energy that's very like non-binary. All right, like there isn't a real gender that they want to place on you when they meet you, and it's not because you don't define yourself or anything like that, but how you show up is very multifaceted. Like you have a very multifaceted vibe. Even if you're the most feminine of women, there could be something about you that is very masculine. Like you know how to handle business like a man, and not in the sense that there's like a certain gender view on how you handle business, but it's like when it comes down to getting things done, like you are very logical, you are very practical, you'll get your money's worth. You know how to talk a smart game. Like I'm getting some of you guys know how to haggle. When you want something for a cheaper price, or when you want something for a good price, you do your research. You're like, listen, I know it costs this much over there, you got to give it for me, give it to me for this much here. Or there's something here about you where it's like you know how to hang with the guys. Like when it comes to having a conversation, you're somebody that really knows how to hang with guys. You may have a lot of guy friends, honestly, or you really connect with men. Even if you don't have a lot of guy friends, there's something about your vibe here where men assume you have a lot of guy friends because you know how to hang with them, or you know how to have very intellectual conversations, maybe even money focused conversations. A lot of men feel like you are very business savvy, very interested in your bag. You're very you work very hard. If you're in a workforce around other men, they definitely view you as being somebody that can make your way up the ladder because you are very hardworking. But I also get the vibe here too where it's like you're very calm, cool, and collected. Very intuitive, very aware of what's going on, very intuitive. Speaking of intuitive, you got multiple cards here with that energy on that third eye, or the eye being open. Like I feel like a lot of men feel like you just know things. All right, so regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine, a lot of men feel like you are very in tune with the divine, very in tune with your faith, very in tune with your perspective on the world. Sometimes you pick up on things that they don't even expect you to pick up. I'm definitely getting the vibe here because you guys, it's definitely giving introverted vibes. Like because you are so to yourself, or because you are so quiet, or so much more in tune with your own world, it's easier for you to tune in on other people. So you could be the type of person that like comes to an event or sits at a table and you're like watching everybody, but you're not saying anything. And because you're not saying anything, like when you turn to your friend and you're telling them, like, or to a masculine around you, you're like, yeah, that person's shady, or she really likes you, or he really likes you. Like something about your energy is really in tune, and the men around you always feel like you know what's going on before they know. Like you definitely are more aware of what's going on. They really appreciate that. They really appreciate your opinion. I'm also getting too, with this Apollo card, a lot of masculines also view you as being very in tune with your guides when it comes to the messages you get. Some of you guys really care about angel numbers. You might be the type of person that's like, yeah, I saw this butterfly the other day, and the butterfly was a symbol of this, or you're just very aware of what's going on, or maybe you tell people about a dream, or you could even be the type of person that like reposts a lot of things related to spirituality. I'm also getting too, some of you guys could be musicians, or you play a lot of music that's really like, vibey. Like, you're definitely somebody that catches a vibe. You're very in tune. You may even listen to frequencies and things like that. These men feel like you're the type of person that gets messages through music. You could be clairaudient. If you are a reader, a lot of men really pick up on the fact that you like music or you channel through music. But even if you aren't a reader or anything like that, I'm also getting a vibe here where it's like a lot of men may feel like you have really great music taste. Like, you listen to a lot of cool artists, a very eclectic vibe you have. Some of you guys, again, like, if you're a masculine, oh my goodness, like, you're hella pretty. Like, you're very pretty. Even if you're a feminine, like, you're very pretty and kind of handsome too. Like, something about your vibe is like sexy and also beautiful. Like, you're very attractive. Like, whoever you are, you're very attractive, regardless of what you look like. A bit angelic even. I feel like the men around you really view you as being very angelic, very in tune with your guides, but just very in tune in general. Also, you got another card out here about affirmations, or not another card. I think we got an affirmation card in pile 1. Again, some of you guys could resonate with pile 1, but I'm picking up on an energy here of a lot of masculines really viewing you as, again, being the type of person that like speaks a lot of love into yourself. Maybe this is after they pick up on the fact that like you may not be around a lot of people, or you're not as open to other people. I think they do still recognize the fact that you love yourself. Some of you guys have tattoos. They really love your tattoos. I'm also picking up on something here about the hair, like whether it's short, long, dyed, natural. A lot of masculines really love your hair, really love your vibe. Like, you definitely have a cool vibe. But there's something here about you being really into your affirmations or meditation. Again, you may be the type of person that really like speaks highly of yourself. When they get to know you, even if you're the type of person that's like, no, I don't want to approach that person, I feel like it's not because, you hate yourself or you don't really view yourself as being beautiful. I just think that they view you as not really seeing yourself for who you are. Like, I think a lot of men view you as being very attractive, or even if it isn't about you approaching people, like, there may be certain things that you want to do that you're like, no, I don't think I can do that yet, or I don't really, feel prepared to do that. I feel like a lot of people feel like you underestimate yourself. All right. A lot of men feel like you underestimate yourself, and they want you to be more positive, or they want you to pour into yourself how you pour into them, because you definitely pour into other people when you're around them, and they really appreciate that. You also have with the Six of Pentacles too, I feel like you get what you give, and you give what you get. Like, there's definitely a very balanced vibe when it comes to you. You may even be the type of person, regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine, you'll pay for the tab. You'll put the money down. You'll be the type of person that pays this time and you're hoping that they pay the next time. You're the type of person that definitely is balanced in your exchanges. Also, you're the type of person where it's like, if they text you, you'll text them back. But if they don't text you, you're not texted. All right. You're going to stay to yourself. You're going to focus on yourself. You're going to stay in hibernation mode, or you're going to focus on your own growth and things like that. I definitely get the vibe here where masculines view you as being very generous. Men are the type of people that feel like you give good gifts, or again, you're very supportive. You'll patronize or give to their businesses and things like that. You definitely support the men around you, and they really appreciate that. You repost their music, you repost their accomplishments. You definitely give them their credit, and they really, really, really love that. All right. So that is all that I have for my pile 2s. If it resonated, or if you enjoyed this message, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box for the channel songs to catch a bigger picture of this vibe that these men are viewing you under. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my information is down below, along with the link to the Patreon if you'd like to subscribe to my Patreon. And that is all that I have, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 3. You are the pile that chose the unicorn. All right. So when it comes to how men view you or currently view you, it's one of one. All right. Whether you're a masculine or a feminine in this pile, a lot of men view you as being very unique. They have never met anybody else like you. All right. Or you're the only person in their life that does that thing, or knows about that thing, or, who gives off that type of energy, regardless of how you show up to people. They definitely really like your vibe. Some of you guys have facial piercings or specific piercings that they really appreciate, or there's something here about your hair and things like that. Something very unique about your looks. All right. There's a lot of masculines that feel like they've never met anybody that look like you. I'm even getting the vibe here too, where it's like some of you guys are the type of people where it's like, if a man has never been attracted to a type of woman or man or person like you, you're the first person that they've ever been attracted to like you. Like, there's something about your vibe where it's like they can't really pinpoint why they're attracted to you, but they really are. They really are attracted to you, and it could just be an energetic thing. I definitely feel like it's an energetic thing. Like the men around you, like the people that are in your environment, definitely get the vibe here that it's like you are somebody that they'll only come across once. And this is something that they're really attracted to. Some of you that chose this reading, or this pile, you could be born, you could be 19, you could be born on the 19th. You could also be a Scorpio or a Libra. I'm also seeing out here, a Leo or Virgo, as well as Taurus or Gemini. Taurus or Gemini? Yeah. What else? Oh, also June, so Cancer or Gemini. Also Aries or Pisces is coming up in this energy as well. You could be 28, 35, 14 is your birthday, or 15 could be your birthday as well, the 3rd, or the 8th even. But yeah, so what am I picking up on in this pile? I feel like a lot of masculines, you could be a Sagittarius or an Aries, or again, Gemini or a Virgo. A lot of masculines, when they come into contact with you, or men, there's definitely a real mixy energy when it comes to you. Now, it's not that it's a negative thing. I feel like for some of you in this pile, the men that view you initially catch you one way, and then the more they get to know you, you come off another way. I feel like, first off, when they first meet you, they view you as being very aesthetically pleasing. So regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine, something about your looks are very attractive. You actually come off like the Empress. All right, very receptive, very luxurious, very open, very kind, very beautiful. Like, regardless of whether you're a masculine or feminine, something about your energy is very beautiful. You know your worth. You know you're a unicorn. Like, whoever is this unicorn, you definitely know that you are a unicorn. You know you're one of one. All right. There could be something about your vibe here with this picture of you being a bit like sad. You could even have like resting bitch face, or you could be that type of person. You could be a masculine that's kind of like hard in the face, like when it comes to how people look at you. Like, maybe they think you're mean and attractive at first, but the more they get to know you, the more they start to understand your energy. And I feel like when they start to understand your energy, they realize that you're really just very wise. All right. There's something about your vibe here where it's like you're the type of person that roams alone. All right. Or you journal, or you go outside in nature and you meditate. You could be a yogi. Like, you're the type of person that definitely stays to themselves on occasion. And it's because you're becoming wiser while you're in solitude. Like, a lot of men view you as very, very intelligent, very wise. You may be very philosophical as well. You have really in-depth conversations. A lot of men feel like you're somebody that thinks outside the box or thinks in a broader view. You see the bigger picture when it comes to your energy. Some of you guys are well traveled. Some of you guys could even be of another culture. A lot of the men that you're coming into contact with are not of your culture, and they're like, wow, like something's different about you. Or you are around people of the same culture and you're still different. You stand out amongst the crowd. You could be like a black sheep or something like that. I feel like a lot of the men around you also care a lot about your hair. Like, they really like your hair. Some of you guys have really long hair. Some of you guys have red hair, blonde hair, gray hair. Regardless of what it is, again, I'm getting a strong vibe here that a lot of men view your hair as being very attractive. Sorry if I tapped you. A lot of the men around you view you have a lot of the men around you view you as having very beautiful hair. All right. Something about it is luscious or long, or, just well put together. You cut it very well. You style it very well. It smells really good is what I'm hearing as well. Some men may feel like your hair smells really good. A lot of men also feel like you're somebody that really knows how to give a gift. So you may express your love through gifts. You're a gift giver. You're the type of person that really is thoughtful when it comes to gifts. When men view you, they're like, I know this person's going to give me a good gift, or I know this person will spend some money on a gift. Maybe you dress really well. Maybe you come off like the type of person that is willing to spend money on yourself. So a lot of masculines feel like you're the type of person that would spend money on them. Or some of them have actually experienced this. Like, you may be the type of person that has given somebody a gift and they're like, wow, like this person has given me the best gift ever. I really love people like this. I feel like some people, really have learned the art of gift giving, like, taking the sentiment of thinking very long and hard. And, you don't don't even have to spend money to give a good gift. Like you might make somebody's favorite meal, or you'll make something by hand, or you'll give them something that, again, they told you about one time and you didn't even know it was important, like a pack of socks. They were like, I really want these socks. And you're like, bro, I got you these socks. They're like, wow. I feel like some of you guys may even have brothers, all right, and the men around you really appreciate this, or sons. There's something about the men around you. You may actually have a lot of men around you, or you've just come into contact with a lot of masculine energies. A lot of men, you have two cards out here that say strength and resilience. A lot of men view you as being very strong, all right, regardless of how you view yourself, especially if you have kids. Some of you guys have two kids, or there's something here about you like having, again, a sibling or a family. Like you're somebody that really cares about the people around you. You will do anything for the people around you. Not only that, you'll do anything to protect the people around you. Very much so mama bear, papa bear type of vibes. Some of you guys may even be the type of person that, again, has raised a family member or has raised kids or something like that, or you just could be like the eldest sibling. Like something about your vibe here is giving off a leader. Even if you aren't the eldest sibling, I feel like a lot of masculines feel like you are a leader. You would be somebody that would be willing to take the initiative if needed. You don't really need other people to lead you. You don't really need other people to make you feel important either. You have Rhiannon, inner strength. Some of the masculines around you may view you as a bit witchy. All right, some of you guys are very mystical, or very into mystical things. Some of you may even like horses. You could be an equestrian. You don't have to be. Or there's something very free-spirited and graceful about you. A lot of men view you as being very free, very, like nobody can tie you down, tame you. That could be in love or in friendships. Like maybe you're somebody that does roam alone. You'll go to your own thing. Even if you're at an event, you're like going off to spaces. Like they don't know where you went because you're roaming. Or there's something about your energy here where it's like you just roam. You know, a lot of men feel like, again, if these are men that are dating you, a lot of these men feel like you're hard to tie down, especially when it comes to this card out here. You got an oracle that came up. It says, I choose to learn through love. It's funny because this card says that, but it came up in reverse. I feel like a lot of men are like, like this person does not want to learn through love. Some of you guys don't date a lot. Some of you guys are single, or some of you guys aren't willing to go the long haul. Like there's something about you that may be a bit of a runner. I'm getting like Sagittarius vibes. Maybe you're the type of person that's like, I'll learn on my own time. Like you're willing to learn lessons on your own rather than in relationships, because there's something about you where it's like some of you guys may not get super close to the masculines around you, or again, there is some sort of disconnect. I think a lot of men view you as being the type of person that is willing to take action on a connection if needed. Like you don't have any issue with taking action on projects that you want, or maybe even on the people that you want. Like you don't have a problem with telling them that you like them or showing any interest, but staying is another thing. Like you may not be the type of person that is willing to stay, or this is how they view you. A lot of men feel like you're not going to stay in romantic connections. I don't really get friendly connections or family connections. Like family and friend men feel like you are dedicated. You might not be around all the time, but you're going to be there for the long haul because you're just somebody that really cares. But like the romantic partners or the men that view you dating, or the men that you actually date, I'm definitely getting a vibe here where they're like, you are not going to stay for long. Some of you guys definitely walk away, or there's a lot of masculines that feel like you would walk away from them. Some of them are feeling this way because they definitely put you on a pedestal. They feel like because you're one of one, like if they're not one of one, you're not going to stay. And that may very well be the case. Like some of you guys may feel like you need somebody to be different or somebody to be unique to be with them. I actually feel like you're the type of person that cares about people just being themselves. Like you'd much rather somebody be authentic, but I think a lot of men interpret your authenticity as being like, I'm hearing stuck up. Some men may even feel like you're a little stuck up or a little pretentious. They feel like you view yourself as being a loner. Like you cannot find anybody else that wants to be with you. Doesn't make you any less attractive though. I don't think it makes you any less attractive. I feel like a lot of men also want to I feel like a lot of men feel like if they were to be with you, you would hold them down, right? Even though you do seem kind of flighty, I feel like they're like, there's potential for you to hold me down, but you just never make that decision. Or there's something about you where it's like, these men feel safe in your presence. All right. There's a lot of men that feel like you are the type of person that would, be an anchor in their life if you chose to be. But I think they also feel like you make the decision not to be. You're the type of person that would much rather walk away than stay if you felt like things would get chaotic. I do feel like a lot of men feel like you're not the type the type of person that wants to entertain chaos or drama. Like you'd much rather be on your own. Also with this Mercury card, whether it's Virgo energy or Gemini energy, I feel like a lot of men view you as being a very good conversationalist. Again, a thinker, a free spirit, a free thinker. Some of you guys have like radical thoughts, radical ideas, radical things you believe in. And they really appreciate this type of point of view. I'm also getting to some of you guys are real witty, like whether it's really funny, like you're really funny, or you just really have a great comeback. You know how to say things. I feel like sometimes you say things to men and they're like, whoa, like I didn't expect that person to say that. Or they don't expect you to have those types of conversations with them because they do kind of perceive you as being just very beautiful or aesthetically pleasing initially. And then they find out you have a brain and they're like, whoa. Or even if you're like a pretty boy, pretty guy, a lot of men may not initially feel like you are the type of person that would be willing to be so creative, be so witty, be so, on top of your game. Like, you know how to make an idea or make a plan very quickly. Some of you guys are very creative. You could be in a creative field of work, or you're in a field of work related to technology somehow. Something about technology. I'm getting social media as well off of this card. A lot of men may view you on social media. This may not even be men that you interact with. These are the men that just see you from your page or see you from your platform. And when they do see you, they're like, wow, this person is so intellectual. This person is so smart. This person is so funny. This person is so witty. And they really appreciate that part of you. Definitely quick-witted. Like, I feel like some men do not want to argue with you. Like, they're like, damn, this person's going to like cut me down to size or make me feel small. Some of you guys are definitely intuitives in this pile as well. I feel like I want to keep saying you're guides for some reason. This could be masculine guides that also view you this way. I feel like a lot of men feel like you are really connected to your ancestors. So some of you guys have spoke on the people that have passed on, that you connect with or you talk to or you pray to. Even like some of you guys are really in tune with your guides or with the people around you. Like you definitely make it clear that you are connected to your ancestors. Could even be alive and past. Like maybe you really respect your elders or you really respect the people around you that are older than you or again who have passed on. Some of you guys are definitely the type that meditate as well. Masculines around you feel like you are somebody that really does like to be outside, like to be on your own, like to think. A lot of men feel like the reason why you're so smart or the reason why you're so in tune is because you take a lot of time to meditate, to think about what's going on with you, but also what's going on with the world. There's a lot of energy here around being intuitive. All right. So some of these men feel like you're very creative, very in tune. You may be the type of person that like finishes men's sentences or knows when something's off. You call a man, you're like, hey, are you okay? They're like, oh my God, like, how'd you even know that? Or something about you, you're like, hey, like something random, like, hey, maybe you should change that shirt or maybe you should buy that just in case. And I feel like when you say things like that, men at first are like, I don't know, but they actually believe you. Like they trust you. Whoever you are, they definitely trust you with your opinion because they feel like you're so wise, so strong, and so self-sufficient that they're like, why wouldn't I take advice from Pile 3? Like Pile 3 knows more than anybody else. Pile 3 is a unicorn. They definitely view you as being very unique. I'm also getting too, you have all this energy around the heart chakra. A lot of men feel like even if you are kind of cold initially, or even if there's something about you where it's like they view you as a bit superficial or materialistic at first, I think a lot of men also at the end of the day start to realize that you actually are very open-hearted. Or again, you really do love very hard. There's something about your energy here about you loving very hard. Whether you're a mom, a friend, a sister, a cousin, a brother, a uncle, like whatever your energy is, I feel like there's a lot of masculines around you that feel like once they really get to know you, once they really get to see you in action, you're the type of person that definitely loves hard or loves for the long haul. So, it's a privilege to be around you. I feel like a lot of men feel privileged to be in your energy. And when they view you, they feel like, it's a privilege as well. Also, I'm getting with this held card. I don't know how your arms look or what it is about you. Maybe you look like you smell good or you look like you feel good or you wear materials that are really soft. But I also get like a vibe where a lot of men want to like cuddle with you. Okay. Or they want a hug from you. Like you might be a really great hugger, whether you're a masculine or feminine. A lot of men really want to hug you because they may feel like that's the last time they'll ever get to hug you. File 3. I'm really cracking up. Something about your energy feels like you're in it when they're there. Like you might even feel like a fantasy to a lot of men. Like you don't feel like a permanent fixture. You feel like somebody that when you're there, it's like, wow, I'm so happy that you're there. But maybe there's a lot of people that have experienced you who have also lost you. And these men in your life really do you, appreciate you while you're there, or even appreciate you while you're gone. They'll never forget you. All right. So this is all that I have, pile. I'm also hearing ride or die. All right, before we actually get out of here, I'm getting something about ride or die. Like, a lot of men feel like if you were to stay in their lives, you would have really held them down, like I said, or you really would have went through anything with them through thick and thin. It's the type of vibe I'm getting. But yeah, that's all that I have for my pile threes. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. If you would like to book a personal reading, my booking information is down below in the description box, along with my Patreon link if you want to subscribe to my Patreon. Also, channel songs. So check the channel songs down below. They may give you a bigger picture of the vibe that you give off to men, how they view you. But that is all that I have, pile 3. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you guys later. All right. Last but not least, my pile 4s. You chose the mouse as your pile. All right. So this is how men currently view you. How do men view you? Some of you guys are very small. Whether you're a masculine or a feminine, something about your energy is very small, if not small, very like meek. All right, maybe you guys don't talk a lot. Maybe some of you guys will hide in the back of a crowd, even if you're very like, tall or anything like that. Some people can't pick up on when you're in the room. You may be very quiet, but when you do speak, I feel like you have a lot to say. You may be very hardworking. You may be very curious. You could also be very strategic as well. I'm getting heavy earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something about this energy here is giving me like sweet, like something about you is very sweet. Whether you're a masculine or a feminine, I feel like you are very kind when they come into contact with you, very courteous, again, very like you'll look out for people. Like if somebody needs something, you're like, I got this. Or like for some reason I'm getting the image of somebody being like, can you hand me that? And you're like, you already have it in your hand, like you already know what they want. And they're like, thank you. Like, I feel like you're the type of person that like intuitively knows what people want. This is kind of giving me like mom vibes as well. You could be a mom. We could be talking about a son or a husband or something like that. It doesn't have to be the case. Could be a brother, anything like this. But how do men view you? Pile 4, a lot of men view you as being very romantic. All right, regardless of whether you are dating these men or just friends with these men. It says romance, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. If you are in a relationship, I didn't even do the numbers. Hold on. 25. Some of you guys are 25, or you could be born in July. You could be a Cancer or a Leo. Yeah, you got 2 7s out here. So 77. Some of you guys are born. Oh my gosh, you got 3 7s. Okay, pile 4. So you guys got 3 7s. So 777. Some men view you as being very lucky. All right. Some of you guys come off like you make a lot of money or you have a lot of money. Wow, I didn't see all these 7s. You also have a 6 out here too. Some of you guys could be 25 or 24. You're born on these days. Or you could be born in June. You could be a Gemini or a Cancer. Yeah, but wow, that's crazy. Some of you guys, and you see how I like got surprised by that. I feel like a lot of men are like surprised by you. See, you come off like a mouse. You may come off like small, like when they initially see you, but then when they get to know you, I feel like your energy is way different. All right. There's something about you being very romantic. I don't know whether this is a masculine that you've been in a relationship with, or these are just men that have seen you in a relationship or seen you like woo other women or men. But there's definitely a vibe here of them viewing you as very romantic. I feel like you're the type of person that listens to very romantic music, or you're just very soothing, very calm. You even got that came out. Some of you guys are very soothing. Like, I feel like something about your vibe is very chill. All right, pile 4. A lot of men that come into contact with you feel like you're very sensitive, very in tune. Again, whether you're a masculine or feminine, you're somebody that is very in tune with your feelings. You may be very communicative about your feelings as well. I feel like you're also the type of person that like says something and the men are like, wow, that was so deep. Like, you're the type of person that says something and the men around you are like, wow, I didn't even think of it that way. Or you're very in tune, like especially with mouse energy. I feel like mice, when you think about mice would be very introverted, even if they're around a lot of mice. You always see mice like being singular. Like, you don't really see, rarely do you see mice with multiple You normally just see one. And if you do see it alone, again, you're the type of person where it's like they see you alone and you scurry. Like maybe you don't want to be seen. Maybe you're the type of person that likes to be alone. You could be very much so an empath. But even with you being an empath, I feel like a lot of men appreciate this energy about you. Like when they view you, they're like, damn, like this person's hella sensitive. But I feel like they would want to come to you to talk about their feelings. Even if you're a feminine or a masculine, I feel like a lot of men want to come to you to talk about their feelings because they feel like you'd get it. You'd be the type of person that would give good advice. You're the type of person that also is willing to track down your fears and your desires. Like you're not afraid to talk about the scary topics. You're not afraid to go after things that you would say you're afraid of. Even when I said like that whole thing about the mouse energy, maybe initially men go, oh, this person's not really like, they're not that bold or they're not brave enough to do certain things. But I actually feel like you guys are very brave. Maybe you've taken certain trips that men wouldn't take on their own. Like you might be the type of person that travels on your own, or there's something about your energy here where it's like you do something that's, again, very adventurous. Some of you guys could be into archery or into sports or things that men are like, oh, wow, I didn't know you were into that. Like there's some sort of like shock factor with you, Pile 4. I feel like a lot of men don't realize how strong or I even want to say masculine that you are. Like even if you are a feminine, something about your energy is actually very strong and soft. You are a very dual type of being. And I am getting this with this like air type of energy or Gemini energy. Some of you guys are very airy. Again, you may be very sensitive, but you're also like very closed off. So when you choose to be open is when you want to be open. But majority of the time, you're very cerebral. I feel like a lot of men feel like you're a very good conversationalist. I'm sorry. There's something about you being very good with your words, maybe even really good at speaking about how you feel, setting a boundary when it's needed, telling people off is what I'm hearing as well. A lot of masculines may feel like you know how to defend yourself when it's needed. Especially when it comes to cutting people off. You see this burning bowl ritual? I feel like a lot of men view you as being very interested in manifesting things for the future or calling in new things, because I also get the vibe here where they feel like you let go. All right. You're not afraid to let go. You're not afraid to cut people off. You're not afraid to ghost even. This is giving me Virgo vibes. Somebody in this pile is not afraid to ghost people. And a lot of men view you as being the type of person where it's like, you may just dip off. You may just like disappear. And they really, there's something about this energy where it's like, they admire that. Like they're not even mad at you for dipping off. Like I feel like a lot of men kind of understand why you're doing this, especially with this magician energy. A lot of men feel like you got a lot to do, or there's a lot that you're calling in. Something about you very magical. They may feel like they don't always belong in your life. A lot of men feel like it's a pleasure for you to be there when you are there. You may even change their perspective while they're there. I feel like a lot of you guys actually motivate a lot of men. A lot of men find some level of motivation from what you do or how you act. You are the type of person that makes people feel like they can get something out of nothing. You could be a Gemini, Aries, or Virgo, or you have that energy in your chart. But there's something about you being like very make something out of nothing vibes. Like I'm getting like you are able to call in things that most men wouldn't imagine themselves calling in. There's something also here about not letting the past hold you back. So between this burning bowl ritual and the South Node energy, I feel like a lot of men feel like you are the type of person that does not hold on to the past. Like you let things go. You let them go. You let old habits die hard. You let old relationships die as well. Like you're not the type of person that holds on to things that do not serve you. But when you are there, I do feel like these men view you as being very, again, well aware of what's going on or how you show up in their lives. And then it says inspiration and courage. Like some of you guys are actually older than the men that are around you, or some of you guys come off like you're very wise, or something about you is like very wise. Like regardless of what your age is, a lot of men feel like you are ahead of your time, or you're just very in tune. Some of you guys could be a bit witchy or a bit more magical. Something about you, they may view you as being the type of person that would be doing spell work, especially with this magician card. Like some men view you as being the type of person that does do some form of spell work or magic, whether it's black magic, white magic, gray magic. A lot of men feel like you're doing something in secret, maybe to call in all these things, to call in any new blessings that you have, maybe even the love interest that you have. A lot of men feel like you're really good at manifesting new interests or something like that. Some of you guys have really long hair or very interesting hair. There's something about your hair here. Doesn't have to be. I'm getting some of you guys can have longer hair, locks, things like that. If you're a masculine, this is like interesting to the men around you. They're like, whoa, I didn't know your hair was long. And if you're a feminine, I kind of get the opposite for feminine. I mean, your hair could be long, but there's something here about like you having longer hair as a masculine or shorter hair as a feminine or something like this. And I feel like the men are interested in this, or they find that as being very unique. Like they notice this. This is what they view. When they view you, they recognize this about you. Some men also view you as being very, like, again, headstrong. Like when you want something, you go after it, or when it's something that you want to accomplish, you definitely make an effort to accomplish it. Or there's something about your energy being here, like you will win at all costs. For some reason, I'm getting like 5 of Swords energy off of this. So some men may actually view you as a bit competitive even, or even like get back. Like you're the type of person that would get yours back. All right. Again, they don't initially view you this way, but when they get to know you, they start to notice that like you don't hold on to things. You don't hold on to people. You're not obligated to anybody. You're not loyal to anything. You're just doing your own thing. Even though I do feel like they view you as being very sensitive and kind, I feel like they also view you as being the type of person that, again, would not be afraid to let them go. You have this card here. It says, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. I feel like a lot of men view you as being very powerful. So regardless of your gender or how you show up gender wise, I definitely get the vibe here that a lot of men view you as being very multifaceted. Again, very wise, very powerful, very strong, very resilient, very courageous as well. Inspiring. I'm getting inspiring. Like you're very inspiring to a lot of these men. Also a bit lusty. Okay. I think a lot of men are also pretty shocked or like surprised by how, whatever your drive is, or how you show up with them. Maybe they don't expect you to be as adamant on them, or feisty as you are, but I do feel like a lot of men pick up on this vibe once they get to know you. They may even be shocked by their experiences with you. They don't expect to experience certain things with you, and I get like, again, it's giving like like a small package that packs a punch. Like there's something about your vibe here where it's like a lot of men feel like I'm even getting to like some of you guys know how to fight. Like some of you guys may not come off like you know how to fight, and then when you actually fight somebody, they're like, whoa, like that person really like, hurt me. Like this person really got me. And I feel like this is something that surprises these men. Or again, you really know how to speak your mind or tell someone off or let them go. And a lot of the men that are around you take this as they're shocked, but they're also inspired for some reason. I feel like a lot of the men that view you this way are also men from your past. All right, with that that South Node energy, I feel like a lot of the men around you may not be around you any longer. Like the men that view you this way are men that have left your life because you've left them behind. So this is all that I have for this pile 4. Thank you so much for viewing this reading, for picking this pile. If you resonate with this energy, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box for channel songs, as well as booking information and my Patreon. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.